And I'm live here on YouTube. Like to welcome those listening in podcast land, and like to wish my buddy Rich a good weekend. Hopefully, he is having a great weekend where he will be relaxing and having some family time. They are doing some fun stuff with their whole family. So, yeah. But I am here, and while I'm here, I got a good show for you today. My show's going to have a little NASCAR corner and some Cubs talk, along with some more stuff to talk about. But all that and more, but let's first go ahead and roll the intro.
Broadcasting live from somewhere in Iowa, this is Balls and Sticks, the podcast, with your hosts, Mike and Rich.
And I'm back. But before we get to all the sports stuff, we got to talk poll questions. This week's poll question was scooter dodgeball versus dodgeball. Not really a huge fight between the two. But in such, as it is, the scooter or dodgeball wins. Rich and I are the only ones that voted. I love dodgeball. I think that's something that kids don't get enough of these days, and yeah. So, I'm all for it. But with that, let's go ahead and let's talk about the Cubs week in, or the, and this week's poll question is brought to you, as always, by Route Irish Roasting. Check them out on Facebook or on their website to order online. Real good coffee. Good place to go. So that is Route Irish Coffee. Okay, with that, do you see what's coming up next, folks? Yep, it's a left turn. And after that, well, if you guessed a left turn, you'd be correct, because we're heading into the NASCAR corner, presented as always by Triple I Sports Cards Incorporated, Moline, Illinois. Check them out for all your sports memorabilia needs on 5th Avenue or on their eBay store. Once again, that is Triple I Sports Cards Incorporated. Okay, last week they did the Aero 400 at Chicagoland Motor Speedway. Rich picked William Byron. I picked Carson Hocevar. Your winner was Chase Briscoe. William took 4th. Carson took 22nd. I am still up 12-11 going into this week for the Quaker State 400 in Atlanta. That? Ew. Well, I messed that one up. Yeah. So with that, Rich, so Rich's pick is, wow. Rich has decided to pick. Let me take a look. Carson Hocevar, who is finishing the top 10 in the last 3 races in Atlanta. I'm going to pick Joey Logano because the Fords tend to do really well in the super speedways, and hopefully, as Atlanta plays more like a super speedway, it'll look better. I didn't get to watch any of the race. It was a crazy week. I really wish I would have, but yeah, things were a little crazy last week for me. Um, I was in the Quad Cities, but a lot of stuff didn't, like, my car broke and I had some other issues, and yeah, um, so yeah, it was a kind of a rough week, but we made it work, and with that, yeah. So I don't know if the race was good. I love Chicagoland Speedway. It is one of those places that if I could go, I would go. Like 100%. If I could, I would have gone. It's 4th of July. It was 4th of July weekend, and we always have family stuff going on. And on top of it, I just can't ditch the family for another weekend again. So, yeah. This week the Cubs played three against the Cardinals. Went to Baltimore for 3, and last night played in Cincinnati. They only won 3 games. Rich and I both said 5, so neither one of us was closer than the other. No big deal. This upcoming week, the Cubs play 2 against the Reds. Then it's the All-Star break, and 1 against the Twins. Rich and I both say 2. And, yeah. So with that, Rich picked Pete Crow Armstrong. Rich also noted that Pete Crow Armstrong was named as the All-Star team as a reserve player. So I think that's a lot of recency bias, but I think the guy is amazing. I will argue that he is one of the best players in baseball till I'm blue in the face. And I'm happy about him doing what he's doing. But yeah, there's some. Yeah, I probably won't watch the All-Star game. Like, if I'm honest, like, it's just not something I'm gonna do. But I'm optimistic. Maybe the home run derby will be good. I don't know. So yeah. Now, Rich also posted this week, and I think it's well worth it. The craziest inside the park home run ever. Which is, to me, just amazing. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So first, the pitcher throws it as an error and advances to second. Then the first baseman throws an error, and it gets the guy to third. And then an error gets him home. A Little League home run created by 3 throwing errors. I think they show it. They show actually following the hit batters run in it, which is crazy to watch. So he runs to first, realizes, okay, I can go to second. Okay, that was good. Wow. Oh, wait. I can go to third? Wait, can I? I can get to third. Okay. Oh, now they threw an error there. Oh, look, I can get. How nuts is that? 3-run in the craziest you'll ever see. So there you go, folks. And yeah, with that, let's head to the World Cup. This year's World Cup, our adopted teams, I picked Argentina. They defeated Egypt in the round of 16, and their next match is against Switzerland in Kansas City on July 11th. That's today. And Germany was eliminated by Paraguay in the round of 32. The U.S. made it to the round of 16, but was defeated by Belgium. Now, I'm trying to figure out how to talk about this. I think that there are things in how do I say this? I think so. Let's start at the beginning. In the round of 32, there was a terrible red card made against a U.S. player. Should have been a yellow. I wholeheartedly agree. Should have gotten that yellow. Should have been in trouble for it. That I have no problems with. I don't. But should that eliminate him from the next game? No. Then apparently, there was a review at the behest of some people. The review came back in a way that FIFA decided to not allow or not have the suspension for the red card. Very controversial. Two wrongs don't make a right. Was him, and I even think this is a fair way to say this, and I think this is more of a apt explanation of it. But two wrongs don't make a right. Even when one of the wrongs is trying to right the wrong. Wrong one. Should it have been a red card? No. The U.S. got screwed on that. 100%. But the rules state that once a red card is issued, that player is no longer eligible for the next match. Okay. Well, that means our player no longer eligible for the match. Well, it sucks to be us, but that's kind of what happens. Like, we got eliminated. We had a guy who red carded. Should he have played? No. Changing the rules or suspending the suspension should not have allowed the U.S. to get out of the suspension. That was wrong. Because even if the U.S. does win, now there's an asterisk. Should they have won? Should their player have been in? Other things that does, and this is in the grand scheme of things, but in the grand scheme of things, does that tell the FIFA officials, oh, FIFA doesn't have your back. FIFA doesn't care what you say. They only care about the money. Now, for an organization that has for years fought corruption and bribery and all of these crazy things, literally had people arrested for bribery or for illegal whatever. These men are out. Like, I don't understand what's going on here. Like, so we've had this problem for years. One of the things that the U.S. has said multiple times when we didn't win is that FIFA's corrupt because it's all about how much money you spend to get the FIFA World Cup to your doorstep. And yet right now, the U.S., apparently the president made a phone call to the president of FIFA and said, hey, this isn't right. You need to fix it. Is what happened right? No. Does that mean that doing something unprecedented and not having the back of your officials is right? No. Now, the outcome of the game, the U.S. lost. So, then you say, well, does it matter? Yeah, it does. It really does matter. Why does it matter? Well, the game, FIFA is about, it's supposed to be as pure as the Olympics. And you can have your arguments about whether or not the Olympics is pure. I don't care. I'm not here for that argument. I sit here and I think I have to accept that it is. And when the world governing body for soccer decides to do things because the president of the United States asked them to throw out this... No, it's not right. I'm not okay with it. Does it change the outcome? No. Obviously it didn't. But man alive, did it make the US now look more corrupt and FIFA look more corrupt and all of this stuff. Like, already the US is is hotly contested around the world. And I know what you're saying. We've seen all of these stories about people coming from other places around the world and talking about how great America is and how great the people are and how much they love ranch dressing and whatever, you name it, they're loving it. And it's great. I think America's great. I think America's one of the greatest places on earth. I have no problems with that concept. The problem is we're still talking about dealing with and having to figure out the corruption in our political system. And I think the corruption in our political system is on both sides of the aisles. I had this argument last week about it, but with family, there is terrible corruption on both sides of the family. Or on both sides of in our country. Is there corruption in the White House and the lackeys there around? I think so. Is there corruption in the Democratic Party and the leaders thereof? Yeah, I think so. I think that it's all an inside job and there ain't nothing like, unless, and this isn't a political podcast, but the problem is that we're showing, like, people are seeing how great America is and how much we love. And we can show kindness. And we can show all of these things that people are like, I didn't think America would be like this. I thought I'd get shot walking across the street. And we show them that. And then all of a sudden, FIFA decides that they're going to abide a request from the president. Whether or not it was a direct result of that or what it looks like and what it was are two different things, and I get that, but that doesn't make it look good in FIFA's world or in the U.S. So what do we do? Well, I don't know how to fix FIFA. They've literally had the president of FIFA got arrested years ago for being completely corrupt. Like, what do you do with that? What can you do with that? So, I don't know. I'm not sure. What do we do in the U.S.? If the whole system's rigged and broken and corrupt, I don't know. I'm not saying that we need to violently overthrow the government. We're not there yet. I think at times it feels like we're close, but I don't think we're there yet. That's a bad idea. Whether it's to protest an election, whether it's but let's start looking at political leaders that are trying to unite rather than divide. Not a political show. I mean, I am a political person. I used to be, at least. The more that I interact with people in politics, the less I want to be, because, man, it just seems so broken. But let's continue to show the world that America is a great place to be. The weather's terrible. There's no denying that. 118 degrees. These people are being shocked by the weather. But the hospitality, the love, the kindness that we as Americans have been showing the world, let's keep that strong. So, yeah, that went way more political than I meant to. I'm sorry, folks. Maybe I'll delete all this and do another recording tomorrow. I don't know. I don't think I will. But what I will do is I will get back to sports. I think that's mostly it. We know what's going on with like sport. Like, we're getting ramped up. We're right in that lull period, and the All-Star break next week is going to be even worse. Hopefully, when Rich comes back, we'll have more to talk about. Because we just bounce off each other and it makes things a little bit better. But watch some soccer, have fun. If you got anything else, shout outs this week. I don't think I have any this week, and I don't know that Rich has any this week. Yeah. So with that, we're going to be done with the show. 23 minutes. That's all I had you for this week. Hopefully you had a great week. If you want to participate in our poll questions, they are on facebook.com/fans of balls and sticks, facebook.com/balls and sticks, or Rich and Mai's page. This week's poll question is going to be red light, green light versus basketball. Red light, green light versus basketball. Two great games. Going to be hard to pick. If you want to participate, if you're watching the show live and you want to participate in the show at all, Rich and I go live most weeks. I don't know why it's not saying we're live right now, but that's weird. Oh, it is. Okay. So we'll see you next week. If you want to participate in the show live during the show, we are on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. If you comment there's no comment shout outs this week, but generally if you comment in the show, we'll give a shout out if it's appropriate. We don't We don't go with inappropriate stuff. If you are trying to, if you're watching watching on YouTube, but you want to take us in your car, if you have YouTube Premium, you can do that easily. But otherwise, you can check us out wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, Apple Music, all the above, all the normal places. With that, let's go ahead and roll the outro.
Broadcasting live from somewhere in Iowa. This is Balls and Sticks, the podcast, with your hosts, Mike and Rich.